Hey, what's going on, guys? It's CV Tsukiyomi. Today I'm going to be showing you a Magic the Gathering deck profile because I've been playing Magic a little bit more than I have been Cardfight Vanguard, because where I go to school for college, no one plays Cardfight Vanguard in that general area, and I went home for Thanksgiving, but I didn't go home to go play Cardfight Vanguard just because I don't really have the time. I've been playing Magic sometimes on the weekends, and that's mainly what majority of my weekends are. But once the semester is over, I plan to play Cardfight Vanguard a lot more, and I plan to show you guys my Bermuda Triangle deck just because I have it done, but I haven't played it, so I don't know whether it's actually a good deck or not. So I have to play test around with that. But like I said, this is a Magic the Gathering video, and this is going to be my budget black and white Exalted deck. A lot of you guys are going to see a deck really similar to this. I was watching a really big Magic the Gathering YouTube channel called Edgeman Cinejob, and I liked watching his videos because when I started playing, I was watching a lot of his deck profiles or his pack openings because they're really informative about what cards are good and what cards are bad and whatnot. And but anyways, I'll just show you this one. So it's my budget black and white Exalted. So if anyone wants to make it, super cheap, like literally really cheap. There's no rares in it. It's just uncommons and commons, and I wanted to play it just for fun. So we're gonna start off. I play 4 Duty Bound Dead. This card's really good. I like it coming from a novice Magic the Gathering player. You know, I'm not a really good or skilled Magic the Gathering player. I like this card just because you only have to pay 1 to play it, and it has Exalted, so if it attacks alone, it gets that +1/+1. And what I like about that is, if he attacks the Exalted, skill basically activates, and when you attack with him, he gets that +1/+1. So what I like about that is he's really good for a 1-drop. He's kind of like a 1/3 in a sense when you use him, so I really like that. And he's got a regenerate cost for 3 of anything and 1 swamp, so you can regenerate him. But what I really like is just the fact that he's a 0/2, because I feel like he can get rid of a lot of other 1-drops your opponent plays, and I really like that. So he's really good. He does a lot for me. Like, I didn't realize how much he did for me until I started paying attention a bit more, but this card puts in a lot of work in my opinion. So, good stuff. And then next, I play 4 Tormented Souls. Now this card it can't be blocked and it's unblockable, so basically this thing gets in there for free, and you can swing for 1. The thing though is that doesn't sound that great, but what I like about it is I have cards in the deck that can power this thing up and just deal like 4 or 5 every turn for free, and that's really good. So I really like that, really like this card. It's not good alone. It's a good 1-drop, but it's not good alone. I need to play some of the other cards to power this thing up and make it really good. Alright, next we're playing 4 Knight of Infamy. Knight of Infamy is really good. It's a 2/1 that takes 2 to play, and it has protection from white, and it has Exalted as well, so when it attacks alone, it gets the +1/+1. Really good. The protection from white is not... It hasn't really done much for me because I just like it for the Exalted and the fact that it's a 2/1. It's pretty good. I really like it. It can get over a lot of big things because at the locals that I play at school, around campus, there's one card shop around campus where you can play. The protection from white only helps me every now and then, but it's not something that I really like have to say like, oh, protection from white is amazing. It's not the greatest for me. It's there, it's nice, but it's not something that I fully use to the fullest extent. Next I play 4 Vampire Nightmare. 4 Vampire Nightmare. This card's really good. It's a 2/3. It takes 3 to play. It has flying, it has death touch, and has lifelink. So flying, when it attacks, only creatures with flying can block this thing. And then the death touch is whenever it deals damage or... So, hold on, I'll just read you exactly. Any amount of damage this deals to a creature is enough to destroy it. So, he can really get rid of a lot of big things. So if your opponent attacks and you use this to block it, that thing gets destroyed. Or if this attacks and your opponent uses something to block it, that thing will get destroyed. It basically, it takes something away from your opponent. It's really good. And then the life link is forever how much damage it does, you gain that much life. So that's really good. You can maintain like a constant amount of health without really having to worry about it, because you can always gain a lot of health from this guy, or a lot of life from this guy. So really good. Really, really like this card. I like the fact that it can get rid of like anything I want. It really, when I put it out there, and your opponent plays something that's really big, and this is basically your answer. And I really, really like that. So really good. Yeah, this card's like really critical in the deck. Then I play 4 Avon Squire, I think that is. Yes. It's a 1/1 white 1/1 white creature with flying, and it takes 2 to play, and it comes out with Exalted, so it gets the +1/+1 if it attacks alone. I like this card just because it has the flying, and if with the Exalted you can really put some major damage in there if your opponent has something that's in your way. Really, really like it. I think it's a great card. So everything in this deck is actually not very high costing, which is nice. Next I play 4 Knight of Glory. It's basically like Knight of Infamy, except the opposite. It's a 2/1 that takes 2 to cost, and it has protection from black, and it has Exalted. Basically the same thing. I think those 2 cards, these are the big beat sticks of the deck. They can actually put in a ton of work. I really like that. They're good cards. Next, I play 4 Divine Favor. Now, I play the 4 Divine Favor. Well, it takes 2 to cost. When it comes into play, you get 3 life, I think. Yes. It comes into play, you gain 3 life, and that creature gets a +1/+3. I like that because you can basically power up a card to make it like a big wall for you. Like you can just let it sit there and your opponent really won't be able to get over it. That's what I like. And you gain 3 life, so I think it's really good. +1/+3 is really good. Next, I play 4 Dark Favor. Now, this one, it takes 2 to play, and you lose 1 life, but a creature gets a +3/+1. And what I like doing with this card is, I like putting it on like the Tormented Soul, so you can just get in there and swing for 4 like every turn. It's really good. But this is really the offensive option as opposed to the Divine Favor. The Divine Favor is like your defensive option, and the Dark Favor is like a offensive option for you. So I like that. I think it's good. Next, I play 4 Oblivion Ring because keep in mind this is a budget deck, so there's a lot of cards out there that can really just overwhelm you easily, and we need answers to get rid of those overwhelming cards. So I use the Oblivion Ring because with the Oblivion Ring I can remove it. Unless they get rid of this, yeah, it's going to be a problem, but I like knowing that I have something that can get rid of something that is in my way, so that's pretty good. I'll read it to you really quick here. So it's when Oblivion Ring enters the battlefield, exile another target non-land permanent. When Oblivion Ring leaves the battlefield, return the exiled card to the battlefield under its owner's control. So like I said, what it does is you play it, you get rid of something, and if they get rid of this, then it comes back. But it's nice to know that you can get rid of something that's in your way. So, good stuff. And then next I play 3 Undying Evil. Basically, I'll read it to you word for word because the way I'll explain it is kind of with this. Okay, so target creature gains Undying until the end of the turn. If it dies, if it had no +1/+1 counters on it, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a +1/+1 counter on it. So it's really good. Having that Undying ability can really save you, and I like that a lot. Just really kind of puts you in a better position than you were in, and it really helps save you in some of the games. So I really like this card. Next I'm playing 4 Evolving Wilds. Now I'm playing the Evolving Wilds because you tap it and it searches for a land, but that land comes into play tapped. But that's fine because we can basically thin the deck, because if we use this we can get our swamp or our plain, and we basically thin the deck down of 1 land, which I really, really like. Really good card. I just like it because I know I can use it to get anything that I need, like a land, specifically a plain or a swamp. So that's really important to me. And then next I play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I play 9 swamps. The reason here, hold on, I'll just finish up the land thing. Then I play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then I just play 8 plains. Now I play 9 swamps because in this deck the swamps are a lot more crucial than the plains, because if you notice, we don't play anything plain wise that takes more than one of these. Everything either takes every white card will take 1 plane and 3 and 1 plane and something of anything else, some generic land. But the swamps are a little bit more crucial because we play quite a bit more black cards than we do white cards, so the swamps are a lot more useful, especially on your turn and your opponent's turn. So we want to be able to search these out and have a better chance of getting these as opposed to the plains. So that's why I play more swamps than plains. So not much else to say there. Really good deck though. Like I said, really budgety. Like if you notice, I think for me, I mean, I got some foil cards in here. The only cards I don't have foil is the Knight of Infamies, the Vampire, Nighthawk, the Knight of Glory, and the Oblivion Rings. I think are the only things that I don't have foil. Oh, and Evolving Wilds. And I think if you were to buy the deck, I think it wouldn't cost you more than like $30. So that's pretty good. And it's a really fun deck. It works really well. It does what it's supposed to do, and I like that. So if you guys are interested, go ahead and try out this deck. I'm sure you won't be disappointed. I am selling this deck if anyone's interested. I'm selling it for $20. $20 I think is a really fair price. A really good deal. So if you're interested in buying this deck, I'm selling it for $20. All you have to do is just send me a message if you want to buy it via PayPal, and it's all you. $20 right here. Since we're already at it, I am selling my Selesnya deck. For those of you guys who didn't know, I'm selling the Selesnya deck. It comes with 3 Centaur Healers foil, 3 Guild Mages foil, 3 Warfaring Temple foil, 2 Restoration Angel, both foil. This one's from the booster, and this one's the promo. 2 Tristani, Selesnya's voice. 2 Primordial Hydras. These are non-foil, by the way, the Tristanis and the Primordial Hydras. The 2 Garruk Primal Hunters. These are non-foil. 2 Druid's Deliverances foil. 2 Rootboard Defenses foil. Sundering Gross, 2 of them, not foil. 4 Selesnya's Charm, not foil. 2 Revenge of the Haunted foil. 4 Call of the Conclave, not foil. 2 Growing Ranks foil. 2 Parallel Lives, not foil. 3 Groove of the Gardens, that are not foil. 1 Temple of the Garden. 3 Selesnya Guildgate, those were not foil. And then we play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 Forest foil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 8 Plains foil. Now I am selling this deck for anyone who's interested. I'm selling it for about... I would like to get $60 out of it. I think it's a good deal because really the money cards in the deck are the Temple of the Garden. I think the Temple of the Garden is anywhere from like $10. And then some of these other cards have some quite money value, but I'm not really thinking about those. I know the Garruks, the Primal Hunters, are going for like 8 or 9. The Tristanis I think are like 7 or 8. This Hollow Restoration Angel I think is about 10. This one's about 20. So, and then some of these other cards, you know, they're like $1 or $2 foil. So I'm selling this deck for about 60, 65. So if you guys want to buy it, let me know. And that's it. So thank you guys for watching, and peace out. Have a good Thanksgiving or a good Black Friday or whatever you're doing, and have a good holiday. So see you later.